Youth and media. Media education. Within the mobile society, there are a number of issues related to youth and media use. One of particular concern in recent years is youth and the use of mobile devices with respect to how they are being educated online. According to a 2017 report by global measurement and analytics company Nielsen, just under half of American kids got a mobile service plan between the ages of 10 and 12. A shocking 16% of American children got a mobile service plan at the age of 8. Children and youth use their phone plans for a variety of activities, as is illustrated in this chart from Nielsen. The increase of youth using mobile devices and considering what they are viewing has led to significant debate and moral panics. According to Sun Lim, moral panics describe the social anxiety that results when media, public opinion, interest groups, and authorities converge around an issue that is deemed to be of societal concern. They are often blown out of proportion, where the fear of threat to society is greater than the actual threat that caused the panic in the first place. Some examples of moral panics include fear of razor blades and Halloween candy, rainbow parties in the 1990s and 2000s, and satanic panics beginning in the 1980s. Panics such as these translate into panics about mobile media. Parents fear children may use the internet and mobile devices to make inappropriate contact with those online. Stranger danger online was a common fear at the dawn of the internet. Panics have arisen in recent years that, quote, the transition between child and youth is blurring, with much anxious public discussion ensuing on how youth or even adult practices and identities are being assumed by the child. Goggin, 2013. A concept that arises from children's media use, specifically mobile media, is that of media as public pedagogy. Hoshman and Points state that there are three major areas or strategies to, quote, shape and influence young people's behavior around any number of issues and risk factors today. These are entertainment education, or edutainment, public service announcements, and culture jamming. Here I will focus on entertainment education and PSAs. Entertainment education began in Canada in the 1930s with CBC radio broadcasts in classrooms, but has long been associated with the television show Sesame Street in the 1970s. Debate around the show arose, questioning if it actually teaches children about media or brings children too close to media so that they are unable to evaluate it critically. Entertainment education is increasingly moving onto mobile devices, especially tablets, through the use of educational games and television shows viewed on these devices. This poses a risk to children and youth as it exposes them to a variety of online content, and it can be difficult to know whether the content they view is educational or not. Public service announcements are used to intervene in the lives of youth, but are no longer solely 30 seconds or minute long. They are now part of all that we do. Children and youth with access to mobile devices, which often have access to social media, are increasingly exposed to public service announcements, or media of this sort. With youth moving on to social networks at a younger age, they experience more exposure to PSA-style advertisements, which can have positive or negative effects, depending on the situation. Here is an example of a typical PSA. It is older, but arises at a time when the risk of youth posting things online and this content spreading was a big one.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
But do it like I taught you. Love the new tattoo, Sarah.
Dude, that's Sarah. The girl in the pink shirt. That's the girl I was telling you about.
Theater 2 on your left. Hey, Sarah. What color underwear today?
Hey, Sarah. So when you want to post something new?
Anything you post online, anyone can see. So think before you post.
A number of issues surrounding youth and media have arisen in recent years, alongside the development of mobile devices. Of particular concern is the use of mobile devices by children. This controversy causes moral panics among parents and adults, but is pleasing to advertisers and corporations who now have a larger population to sell to. Education through the media may be one way to help turn the increase of children on mobile media from a negative phenomenon to a positive one. Thank you.